Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to do some my news Gematria and talk about the Wisconsin incident with the parade. This is no way in any means to slander anything that went on in this event. I'm just going to just show you some numbers that I came up with, like I usually do with my sports picks and stuff. So I mean, no offense if anybody's watching this who doesn't understand what it is that I do and what I post on my YouTube channel. I made a post on my Patreon titled Hebrew Terror in the Archdiocese of Milwaukee and MATHBOI. I find it very appropriate that his name is MATHBOI Fly, his rapper name. We'll get into the suspect. But this is about the guy who drove through the parade on November 21st was the day, being described as an SUV plowing through Catholic school children, granny dance teams during a parade, a bunch of different dance teams. Not good. It just so happened to be the 17th day of the third month on the Hebrew civil side, written 17/3, like 173, the 40th prime number. 17th day of the third month, 173, the 40th prime number. On the Hebrew religious side, aka the ecclesiastical side, it's the 17th day of the ninth month, like 17/9. 179, the 41st prime number. So we have both sides of the Hebrew calendar. The day has a prime number attached to it, 173, 179, 173 the 40th prime, 179 the 41st prime. Well, this is a day of terror, and the word terror sums to 40 and 41. 40th prime, 41st prime, 17th day of the third month, 17th day of the ninth month. Terror 40 and 41. And two of the four base ciphers within Gematria, an ancient Hebrew practice. This quote-unquote terror came from someone in a red SUV firing off rifle rounds. Or maybe he wasn't firing off rifle rounds. Maybe he was getting rifle rounds fired at him. I guess they haven't made that clear. I thought the video I saw, I guess I just heard some rounds. Maybe I should take that off. But, he drove through a parade. And this took place just days after the accused, quote-unquote, Kenosha shooter, 173, was acquitted of murder, 173, the 40th prime number. It was the 17th day of the third month on the Hebrew civil side. 17th day of the ninth month on the Hebrew religious side. 173 the 40th prime, 179 the 41st prime, terror 40 and 41. Kenosha shooter 173, the 40th prime number. This took place in Wisconsin, just I think 60 miles away from Kenosha. I think it was 55, 60. I think it was 55, which would even be an interesting number. But as of right now, they are announcing 40 people have been injured, or over 40 people. 40 injured, 5 dead, and 40 injured. Which could change most likely tomorrow, potentially. But among those 40 are associated with Archdiocese of Milwaukee. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Archdiocese of Milwaukee sums to 383, 383, the 76th prime number, and this is the 76th day, or the day that this occurred was the 76th day of the Hebrew civil year. The 17th day of the third month, like 173, the 40th prime number. It's the 76th day of the Hebrew civil year. Archdiocese of Milwaukee, 383, the 76th prime number. One of their priests was injured. Multiple parishioners I think I mispronounced that, and Catholic school children. So all associated with the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. What's interesting about the Archdiocese of Milwaukee, they will be turning 178 years old 6 days from this incident. They're turning 178. They were established, I forget the year, but it was 177 years ago. And then on November 28th of this year, they will be turning 178 years old. And the suspect in custody for this incident is Daryl Brooks Jr., and his name sums to 178. Interestingly enough, he has a rapper name, MATHBOI Fly, emphasis on the word math, which is basically what we've been doing, is math. We're just doing some math, using the Hebrew calendar, using an ancient Hebrew practice, using basic mathematics. His name, MATHBOI Fly, sums to 159. Today has 159 date numerology on the Hebrew civil side of the calendar. You know, the 76th day of the Hebrew civil year. Archdiocese of Milwaukee, 383, the 76th prime number. The 17th day of the third month on the Hebrew civil, 173, the 40th prime number. Terror, 40, as well as 41. But 159 date numerology on the Hebrew civil. His rapper name, MATHBOI Fly, 159. This is the same day that the Steelers quarterback picked up the 78th loss regular season for his career on Sunday Night Football. The only reason I know this is because I primarily do sports with this stuff. So I just automatically clicked. I was like, oh yeah, I just did this game. And I used the same number on the same day specifically for the quarterback, because 78 written out sums to 159. And this game just so happened to have summed to 78 points. It was 41-37 for a total score of 78 points. 78 sums to 159. MATHBOI Fly, 159. Both of these incidences took place on a day with 159 date numerology on the Hebrew civil calendar. And like I said, Chargers beat the Steelers with 41 points, 41-37, total of 78 points. They won with 41 points on the 17th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew religious side. 179, the 41st prime number. Terror, 40 and 41. Daryl Brooks Jr. is 39 years old, and this terror act took place 39 minutes after the start of the parade. The parade started at 4. This took place at 4:39, and it's on a day with 39 date numerology on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, aka the ecclesiastical year. Daryl Brooks, aka MATHBOI Fly, shows off his red SUV, the same one he drives through the parade, in his 2019 music video titled Half a Ticket, which sums to 41. Chargers beat the Steelers 41 points. 17th day of the 9th month. 179, the 41st prime. Terror, 40 and 41. Half a ticket, 41. So I guess he didn't get the whole ticket. The whole ticket is where you actually get famous for your music. Half a ticket is where you get famous, but it might not necessarily be for your music. I don't know. But that's what I have so far. Just a little bit of information. Hopefully this was interesting. If not, no big deal. If it was, no big deal, I guess. I just appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. And I'll see you in the next news update with my news Gematria.